everyone, and welcome back to our weekly counselor moment. I'm Miss Pierce, the school counselor from Collins Roads Elementary School.
And I'm Miss Smith. I'm the school counselor at Meadow Lake Elementary and St. Elmo Elementary. Before we get started in our topic today, we just want to let you know that we're so excited to be back with you guys, and we hope you enjoyed our moment last week, and we're excited about doing another lesson with you guys today. Before we jump into our topic for today, we're going to do a quick review of what we discussed last week. Last week, we focused on really making sure we're taking care of our physical health, which is our bodies, as well as our emotional health, which is our feelings and the way that we feel. We discussed how it's important to keep a daily schedule, making sure we're waking up at a good time, eating a healthy breakfast, eating a healthy lunch, making sure we're working the best that we can on our lessons, and making sure we're getting some outside time and activity, exercising in some way, shape, or form. We also discussed our emotional health, which, like I just said, is our feelings. So that we feel, if we're feeling happy, feeling sad, making sure that we're doing things to make ourselves feel good or even to just relax. And so today we're going to kind of build off of that a little bit. And so we're excited for what we have for you guys today.
Okay, so for today's topic, we're going to be talking about worry. Now, what does it mean to worry? Sometimes it means that we're anxious or scared or maybe even frightened. It means that we're not used to the things going on around us, that they're not in the norm for us, and it's something new that we're experiencing. Worry may sometimes feel like a tummy ache. Sometimes maybe you're at school and you say, "Oh, Mama, my tummy really, really hurts." So it could feel like a tummy ache or a headache. It could even feel like sweaty palms. You may even feel your heart racing. And so those are just some physical signs of what worry may feel like. It may also sound like in your head, like maybe you're talking really fast in your head, or it can feel like, or it can sound like you are
You're
like
crying or you're
or
sad. It can even sometimes when people feel worried or anxious or nervous about something, they can seem like they're angry or they might get
Even be
mad very
quiet.
easily. They could also be quiet and very hushed and maybe not want to talk to anybody if they're worried about something. So what we want you guys to understand is that when someone's feeling worried or anxious or nervous about something, it doesn't mean that every person is going to feel that exact feeling the same way, and that's okay because we're all different. So what we're going to really focus on today is how do we deal with worry? How do we deal with things that make us anxious and worried?
And everybody deals with it differently, so you may deal with it differently than someone else. So we're going to talk about a couple different ways when we feel nervous, just some maybe coping skills that can help you get through that moment. Okay, so there are a couple different ways that worry can creep up. There are surprises and there are planned events. And so some planned events would be a test. So if you have this really, really big test coming up and you've studied, but you're still worrying about it, that could be one, or even online learning. Right now, this is a different time for all of us. We're all new to online learning, and so that can be kind of scary. You may not know how to work your iPad or your laptop or the online platform that your teacher or school is using. And so that can be scary. Even though we know it's there, we can still worry about it.
Or even using our packets. If you have a paper packet, you know, your teacher isn't right there with you, so you might feel worried or anxious and not be able to get your question answered right away.
Right. Or even getting your lessons from TV. The first day of school is also something really, really scary. We've been with our mommies and daddies or our aunts and uncles, grandmas, grandpas for the entire summer, and now you have to go and you have to do this new thing. You have to meet new people in your school. You get to meet your teacher, your counselor, and so you have to be away from your mom or dad for a certain amount of time, and that can be scary, and you can be worried about that. But that's not something to worry about, and we're going to get to that. Maybe going to new places, so a birthday party, if you know that you have a friend from school or a friend in the community that is having a birthday party, and they're the only person that you know there, so going to a new birthday, or a new place such as a birthday party can sometimes be scary because you don't know what to expect. And also trying new things. I know one experience for me was I went on vacation with my family, and we'd planned for months, and the whole plan the entire time was to go ziplining. And I knew it was coming, I knew it was there, I knew we were going to do it, but when it came time, I was still worried. I worried about it the entire time. But it was a new experience, it was a new thing to try, and we shouldn't let worry keep us from trying new things.
Absolutely. Another new thing that might give you a little bit of worry or feel nervous is if your grown-up signs you up for a new activity, whether it's a sport, dance, gymnastics, cheer, soccer, football, any of that. And maybe you're excited to do it, but you're also really nervous because you've never done it before. You know, that is a normal type of worry. You know it's coming. You're even maybe excited about it, but you're also nervous because you might not know the people and you might not know the rules of whatever activity you're doing. So all of those examples we just discussed are things that are typically planned. Now we're going to go through some examples of surprise situations that might make us feel worried or anxious or nervous or afraid. And one of those things is family troubles or some issues going on in our homes where we're living. This could be someone getting sick and worrying if they're going to get better. This could be maybe not getting able to see a loved one, especially during this time with the virus going on and us having to stay at home. It can also be a disagreement between our grown-ups. Lots of different things in our homes go on sometimes that make us feel worried and anxious. Another one is confrontation, and that's just a big word that means a disagreement or an argument. And arguments happen even between friends and even between people that love each other. Disagreements happen, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't make you worry sometimes about how you're going to figure it out and how you're going to resolve that conflict.
We also have meeting new people, and so you maybe not during this time, but you know, when things kind of get back to normal, you may be at the mall and your mom sees someone that she knows, but you don't really know, and so she introduces you to them. It could be someone at a friend's house, or like I said, a birthday party earlier, meeting new people. And we may worry, oh man, what if they don't like me? What if I don't fit in? What if they don't like my outfit? I mean, it can be all different kinds of things that worry can do to our thinking when we meet new people. And so again, we're going to go over that. There's no reason to worry about those kinds of things.
Yes. The next three examples kind of deal with school. So a pop quiz. I know when I was in school, pop quizzes used to make me worry so much because you didn't really know when it was going to happen or, you know, if you were going to be prepared for it. So pop quizzes is definitely something that you could possibly relate to, giving you a little bit of worry and anxiety. Being late, this is another thing that makes me worry sometimes. Because you can have everything ready to go in the morning and maybe your grown-up gets a flat tire or maybe your bus is running late and you're worried that you're going to be tardy because you've had perfect attendance. You know, those are things that are unplanned that cause us to worry sometimes. And the last one is getting in trouble. Whether you're getting in trouble at home or at school, sometimes we don't make the best choices and we're in our heads, we're thinking, oh my goodness, what is my consequence going to be? What is my punishment going to be because I made a bad choice? So that's something else that can make you worry. So like Ms. Pierce was saying though, is we're going to talk about ways that we can deal with our worry so that that worry doesn't have to stay with us.
Okay, so today we're going to start off our activity with a book called A Little Spot of Anxiety. This book is going to go through not only different things that make us worry or make us feel anxious, which is another word for worry, but it's also going to give us some techniques to use to calm our worry spot. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But it's a story about calming our worries, and it's written and illustrated by Diane Alber. Okay. All right. Hi, I'm a peaceful spot, and this spot is an anxiety spot. What is an anxiety spot? He looks worried. Your anxiety spot can show up when you're feeling worried, nervous, anxious, or scared. Anxiety is one of the many emotions we can experience every day. Other emotions are sadness and anger too. We all have these emotions inside us, but we feel the best when we are in our peaceful spot. You see sadness, anger, and anxiety. Your anxiety spot makes you feel worried a lot, especially when you're trying new things. Remember when you tried to play soccer for the first time? What if I'm bad at this? Or when you had to take a test? What if I fail? Every time your anxiety spot asks you, what if, remember that you can always answer with, I can do this. That will help you change your anxiety spot to a peaceful spot, like me. It's okay to have small anxiety spots because sometimes worrying protects you. But when your worries become too big or too many, it doesn't feel very good, and it can make you miss out on things that are fun and good for you. Sometimes when your anxiety begins to grow, it can cause a tummy ache or it can make you start to sweat. This is your body telling you that you need to manage your anxiety spot quickly. Did you know that there are things you can do to keep your anxiety spot from getting too big? Like making sure you're eating healthy or making sure you're getting plenty of rest. This will give your body enough energy to help prevent your anxiety spot from showing up. Music, drawing, and writing can help you express your worries through art instead of letting your anxiety spot grow. Sometimes you end up in situations where anxiety spot surprises you, and it can start growing really fast. But before you panic, I want to show you how to quickly shrink your anxiety spot. Okay, look at your hand. Now imagine 5 gray spots on your fingers and 1 green spot in the middle of your palm, just like this. Now, with your pointer finger on your other hand, I want you to draw an imaginary line from one of the gray spots to your green spot on your palm and repeat after me. From the tip of my finger to the middle of my palm, I can do this. I can be calm. Imagine that worry on your gray spot, anxiety spot, is traveling to the green spot, your peaceful spot, and becoming calm. Now for the second part. This worry grew too big and cannot stay. Take a deep breath and blow it away. Imagine yourself blowing the worry off your gray spot. Now all you can see is a calm green spot. Take slow deep breaths is a great way to calm your anxiety spot. Now that it's not near you anymore, it can't make you worry. Okay, now that we've learned a way to calm our anxiety spot down, let's try it in situations where your anxiety spot may surprise you. Like your first day of school, being away from your parents or guardian can make you scared and anxious. Or meeting new people that can make you worry that you won't fit in. This is a perfect time to practice our little trick. What if I don't fit in? What if you don't come back? From the tip of my finger to the middle of my palm, I can do this. I can be calm. This worry grew too big and cannot stay. Take a deep breath and blow it away. I can do this. I'll see you later. Or when you show up to a party and your anxiety spot came with you. What if they don't like me? Sometimes it's hard to be around new people, but worrying only makes your anxiety spot grow. Instead, practice our little trick. From the tip of my finger to the middle of my palm, I can do this. I can be calm. This worry grew too big and cannot stay. Take a deep breath and blow it away. I can do this. This party is fun. The more times you can shrink your anxiety spot down, the stronger your peaceful spot becomes. Celebrate when you're able to shrink your anxiety spot. Use that confidence to help you in new situations where anxiety spot shows up. If you need some help, just remember our little trick. From the tip of my finger to the middle of my palm, I can do this. I can be calm. This worry grew too big and cannot stay. Take a deep breath and blow it away. Did y'all like that story? It's one of my favorites. So today, following our story, we're going to practice this skill together. And so Miss Smith is going to be working with the board to show you how to move your gray spot to the green spot as you repeat after me. So the first part of our saying is, from the tip of my finger to the middle of my palm, I can do this, I can be calm. Okay? And then the second part is, this worry grew too big and cannot stay. take a deep breath and blow it away. And when we say take a deep breath and blow it away, we always want to take a couple deep breaths to help us calm ourselves down.
Yes. I love that activity. I need to practice that sometimes when I'm dealing with worry. So like Ms. Pierce just shared with us, an awesome activity for dealing with our worries. It's shrinking that worry spot and making it a peaceful spot. That by no means is the only way to shrink your worry. So there's lots of different ways that we can shrink our worries, but that is a great activity. Here's some other ways that we're going to talk about that we can shrink our worry spot and make it a peaceful spot, or help us feel calm in our bodies and in our emotions, okay? So eating healthy. Eating healthy is one of the things that we discussed, how we can take care of our physical health. And eating healthy helps our bodies stay fueled, but we need to make sure that we're eating healthy things. So if we eat a bunch of candy, right? Yes, we're eating and getting food into our bodies, but it's not the best thing for us. And sometimes if we have too much sugar and things like that, it can make us feel jittery, which could also make us feel more worried. So making sure we're eating fruits, vegetables, meat, grains, eating all the things that are healthy that our body needs. Another way is getting plenty of rest. This is something that we discussed last week with you, is getting plenty of rest is a great way to take care of your body as well as your emotions and the way that you feel. And worry is an emotion, and feeling anxious or worried and nervous. So another way is listening to music. Maybe you have a favorite song that's out right now.
Or a favorite band.
Yes, a favorite band. And you just, when you hear that song, it just helps you feel so happy and energized or even calm. So if you're ever feeling worried or scared, put that song on or turn the radio on and listen to music. Another way is drawing. Maybe you want to draw a picture or color a picture, and you want to listen to your favorite song while doing that. That would be great. Or maybe you don't like to draw. That's okay. I'm definitely not good at drawing. But, you know,
you can
write a poem,
or you can write a letter, or you can even try your hand at painting. I know I can't draw, but when I work with paint, you have a little more freedom. So even maybe splashing some paint on a piece of paper can make you feel better.
Yes, I even have some kids at some of my schools that love to write stories. So that's another good way if you don't like to draw or color. Exercising. We talked about this last week as well. Getting your body moving for at least 30 minutes a day. That not only is going to take care of your body and your physical health, it's also going to help your emotions and help you to de-stress and to worry less about what might be going on. Blowing bubbles. I have lots of kids that enjoy doing this to calm themselves. Just the act of taking a deep breath in and blowing it out can be very relaxing and helpful to our worries and help us get some more peace. Thinking about your favorite things. So while we're at school, right, we can't go do our favorite thing most of the time. Maybe you love playing video games, right, and that helps you calm down. You can't just walk out of your teacher's room at school or while you're doing your lessons at home and go play your video games most likely. Our grown-ups are wanting us to stay focused on our lessons. But you know what? You can think about, oh my goodness, when I get through this, I'm going to go play my video game. I'm going to go play with my Barbies. I'm going to go do one of my favorite things.
Or even during this time, we're really not supposed to leave the house or go on vacation. But if you really, really love the beach and your mom or dad love to take you to the beach, you can think about going to the beach. You can think about going shopping. So even those kind of things. And you can make a list of things you want to do when you're feeling worried. And so when we're finally able to leave the house and when this is finally over, you can say, look, I really need to go shopping to release some stress, or I really just want to go to grandma's house, or I really want to go play with my friends or go to the beach. So those are some things too.
Anything that helps you feel at peace or helps you feel calm, you know, just thinking about that, even closing your eyes and visualizing it, which means seeing it in your head, can help you feel really, really at peace and deal with that worry. Another great thing is squeezing something. I know at both of my schools, I have stress balls that I'll give my kids. And so I teach them how to squeeze it for 5 seconds or maybe 10 seconds if they're really upset, and then slowly release it. If you don't have a stress ball at home, that's okay. You can squeeze your fist as tight as you can for 5 to 10 seconds and then slowly release it. That can really, really help your body to calm down and to take some deep breaths. Another thing you can squeeze, maybe you have a stuffed animal at home that you want to squeeze really tight. You can do the same thing, or even a pillow. So those are some really great ways, in addition to our technique that we learned from our story, that you can use to help your worries. And
then the last thing is meditation. Well, the last on our list, but certainly not least. Or the last thing that you can do, there's other coping skills, but meditation and yoga. I know my kids at Collins Roads love this. If they're having a really, really hard day, they'll ask and say, Miss Stacy or Miss Pierce, can I come in and just do some yoga poses? They're really easy to do. They're basically stretches, so you can stretch. Don't forget to breathe and count. So we always want to make sure that we're taking deep breaths in and out.
Okay.
All right, another technique that we can do is a grounding technique. And you see 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? So when we're feeling anxious or worried or scared, we're gonna use this technique to calm ourselves down and ground us and bring us back down. So the 5 stands for list 5 things I can see. So if you can see your bed, your couch, your paper,
your pet,
your pencil, your pet, your family, you know, you're gonna name those out loud. 4 stands for list 4 things you can feel. I can feel my pants or the texture of my shirt. I can feel my pencil. I can feel my hair. I can, you know, so you're gonna list things out loud that you can feel. Your stuffed animal.
Your soft blanket.
Yep. Number 3 stands for list 3 things you can hear. It may be birds outside. It may be someone cutting the grass, the TV. Music. 2 stands for list 2 things you can smell. So if mom's cooking, you can smell her cooking. If somebody just cut the grass, you can smell fresh grass.
A candle that might be burning in your house.
Mm-hmm. And then 1 stands for list something positive about yourself. So you're going to just find one thing positive about yourself. Maybe you're a good listener, or maybe you finished your work for the day and you feel really good about it. So you're going to list one positive thing about yourself to end it.
Yes, I love that activity as well. So that's all that we have for you guys today. Remember, we discussed worry and what worry is and how it sounds, how it feels, things that might cause us to worry, as well as what we can do to help us when we're feeling worried or afraid or anxious. We want you to know that we love you so, so much, and we miss you. We miss all of our students.
So much.
And we miss being in our school building, but we're so excited that we get to bring lessons to you during this time and in this format. So we hope you're staying safe. We hope you're staying healthy. If you have any needs or any questions at all, please feel free to contact Ms. Pierce or us. Make sure you're reaching out to your teachers as well as your school counselors. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great week.
Bye, guys.